right, here we are back in the car. We are. And round 5 of the 2024 World Championship Swiss stage takes place tomorrow, Sunday, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, unfortunately. And I will get up to watch it. Lord have mercy. So let's get right into this. Win or go home, all best of threes, 3 in 1 day for the last 3 spots in the quarterfinals. Starting right off with D+ Kia versus Weibo Gaming. I'm going Weibo Gaming here. I think they take this. I'm going to say 2-0 just to complete the prophecy of DK just losing to only Chinese teams 2-0. And realistically, as shaky as Weibo did kind of look in some of their games, DK is just like a nightmare to watch. They just really, it feels like, don't know what they're doing. Weibo at least gets outplayed in their games that they lose, but in a good way. Sorry, I'm still yawning. But they get outplayed in the way that, like, they're not messing up. They're just, people are playing better than them generally, making better decisions, and it's small errors. It's not egregious throws and just complete lack of understanding of the game. Not that D+ is some terrible team, but they have not looked exactly stable at all at this World Championship. So I'm going to go ahead and say that Weibo Gaming's probably going to take this one. I say 2-0. I really do. I think they just have looked better. D+ scares me a lot. All of their players scare me, and I don't trust them whatsoever to do anything of meaning, and it would be so funny if they just went 0-2, 0-2, 0-2 against 3 Chinese teams on the way out. Granted, they should have never been 2-0 in the beginning. Realistically, they got a very easy draw in that situation and should have lost some of those games, but, Humanoid decided to make some interesting decisions around the Baron in their best of 1, so what can you say on that? But yeah, I got Weibo Gaming taking this one. This should be a good series for the most part. I mean, should be high action. I expect fiestas, in fact. Like, 2-1, Weibo is very tempting to say just because, like, I could see the chaos and just the pressure of the moment will bring more mistakes, I think. But no, I'm sticking with the 2-0 for the prophecy and because I just think Weibo's a lot better structured overall. And I don't worry about them nearly as much as I do with DK. Can you tell I'm tired? I can. Anyways, next match, G2 versus BLG. I'm so sorry, G2. This is not the draw you would have wanted. This is very sad. But it should be known that BLG has not looked like themselves at all. This is not the team that was running through China and just destroying worlds. I mean, nameplates off, you would have thought LNG was the team that won China at this World Championship. Like, they've sneakily risen themselves up the rankings along with T1 as, like, well, these teams look pretty good. Like, this is scary if BLG is going to keep playing this way. So, G2 versus BLG. My prediction, man, what a hard one that is. Because G2 has looked quite good. They've even shown early game improvements. But man, you just know that if BLG comes to play, they probably win this 10 out of 10 times. I think I go BLG taking the series. I'm going to say 2-0. I have a feeling that they just show up and they're just too good. And especially because T1 was able to take G2 out 2-0, I felt like I didn't see quite enough from G2 to feel confident that they can beat a team like BLG even a game. Well, I think they could win this series. I just don't think it's very likely. And I think the pressure is going to form BLG into back closer to their monster form. And the issue is G2's peak, I don't think beats BLG's peak. And I don't think BLG even needs to be at their peak to beat G2 pretty comfortably. So, yeah, as much as it pains me to say, because I would love to see G2 in the quarterfinals and, get like a nice easy matchup and go win the World Championships, which is my delusional dream that could happen if all the cards fell right. This card fell wrong, and it's about as wrong as it could go. So BLG, I think 2-0's G2, sadly. And once again, G2 will fall just short of quarterfinals, which is quite sad because I love watching them play. Caps deserves so much more. But oh well. What can you do? I hope they win. Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for them. I would love to be wrong, but for the sake of what I think will happen and what I don't think it's right of me to say I think G2 will win because I don't. So yeah. Next game. North America, We did it. Quarterfinals 2 years in a row guaranteed. A rematch of the summer finals, Fly versus TL. A very difficult series to predict, actually. I'm still on the fence about it even coming into it, but I was like, I'm just going to roll with it. Both teams, their wins have been actually quite terrible. GAM and PSG for Fly, and PNG and GAM for FlyQuest. It's just... Oh, wait, no. I got those mixed around. I apologize. PSG and GAM for FlyQuest, and TL beat PNG and GAM as they beat them just today. Looked a little sketchy, but then they also looked really good once Spawn just yelled at them. I think that... What do I think? Oh my god. I think Fly takes it. I think Fly has looked better. They played HLE in a very close series. Like, they looked good. And TL just hasn't shown me what I need to be showing. Impact has looked very weak at this tournament, and Bwipo, he's looked weak, but he's looked weak when he picks Darius and just runs the game down single-handedly. So I don't know if I feel that way about Impact, because Impact, when he throws, he's throwing on Gnar, and Gnar's been out for a while, and a lot of people play it. So it just feels like a different energy. It's very close, 55-45, I think, honestly, but I just feel like FlyQuest has looked like the cleaner team at this World Championship. And I don't know if I can give much more justification than that. I feel like it's so close. This will be such a fun series. I'm happy to see NA get through. Really hope that we get to pull, maybe we can pull a Weibo or a DK. And my God, if we could make it to semifinals again, last time it happened was season 8. It was 2018. And that was, what great times those were. I missed them. And I'd love to see it back. I'd love to see FlyQuest do well, or Team Liquid, because I think both these teams have potential to do quite well in the right quarterfinals matchup. And I want the West to do good. I want North America to do good. And I honestly wish that G2 was the one playing one of these teams, because I think they have a better chance, but that's not what happened. I think Fly takes this series score. I think it's 2-1. I think this is very close, and I think a lot of things, but number one, this is going to be a banger. All these series should be very fun. Just the tension and high stakes will really give it that feel of importance. Obviously, it is important. This is probably the most concentrated day of important games at the entire World Championships, because 3 games, season over, or a genuine chance. You're one of the last 8 teams remaining for the Summoners Cup, and I'd like to say anything can happen, but I'm not that delusional. Not anything can happen, probably. I don't really see, I don't see, the APA versus Chovy matchup in World Finals with APA, solo killing him and lifting that Summoners Cup in the O2 in London really happening. So I'm not that crazy, but I think Fly takes it 2-1. Absolutely, if you're going to tune into one of these series, this is the one that's going to be the most competitive. They played each other very close in NA, and I think Fly's got this. And, just saying, if G2 loses and that happens, then North America 2 years in a row quarterfinals, EU 2 years in a row no quarterfinals. What can I say? You didn't hear it from me. You can blame, I don't know, I Will Dominate. You can blame him. People like to blame him. You can blame me too if you want, but either way, I'm just stoked for these matchups. I'm going to be up early again, being all yawny and tired to watch all of them. And I hope you're there with me in spirit, because it's not like I'm going to live stream them, because I'm not a co-streamer, and I normally spend the first 2 hours of my day just in bed watching these games very lazily. As you can see, I'm wearing a giant oversized pink hoodie. That's kind of the vibe we're going with today. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Enjoy the games tomorrow, and I will see you after those games for a quick breakdown, and then probably a pretty in-depth dive into the quarterfinals, I won't lie. Maybe even individual breakdowns for each quarterfinal. I don't know. I'm lazy. I don't like editing videos that much. So we'll see. But I hope you enjoy what I put out. And if you don't, that's great too. Honestly, I love being hated. That's a good emotion for you guys to feel. I'm rambling now. Goodbye. Subscribe, please.